we are talking about. As he said, the highest rated.
Money check, swagger check,
what?
drip check,
Oh,
cut the
shit.
check. You know I say fly like a jet. I'm a triple threat. Watch me flex.
All right. Geez, can you believe it? It's the finals. This is what we ultimately were looking forward to the entire time, but it's such a long event that I mean, we're here so much later than the beginning. What has it been like? Almost, it feels like a month and a half, basically.
Yep, it was early August that it started. Yeah.
Well, what about you there, Thyrandaal? You've had basically not the easiest run, but the least games, like the least matches. So do you feel that, is there an element of like, you almost wish you had played a little bit more, or have you been taking the breaks well? Because you had a lot of breaks between your matches, sometimes like a week and a half.
Yeah. I do love playing on stream, so more would have been better. But I mean, I'm not gonna throw for that. You know?
Yeah. It's a good problem to have.
Yes, exactly.
That's fair. Casino, what a ride, man! What a journey. You're back here. You're sort of revisiting the upper bracket, and you're facing off against Thyrandaal, who I was looking at the matchups here, and obviously you guys have already played. So what are you coming into this match looking to improve on the most?
I tell you, man, it's been a long 5 months. We started this idea back in May.
Yep.
And it's exciting to finally see it end for all the anxiety reasons and stuff.
I hear you.
I have improved immensely, which is the number one goal for me. Now I just need one more, and or 12 more games away, and I can complete the day, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, you said it. You said it best, and I'm glad you did, because it highlights a little bit extra work that you have to put in, which is the fair part of this format. Thyrandaal hasn't lost a match yet, and so needs to be beaten twice in order for you to actually take this. So if you win the first match, I'll allow a little 5 to 10 minute break at the most, if you guys would like, and then we would start the next match. But if Thyrandaal wins the first match here, then it is just all over. So that's the format in front of us. In terms of the actual games and the format for each match, it's 100% identical to what we have been playing. So no changes there. Still first to 6. There's still no win by 2. And it means 6-5, 6.5, 5.5 are going to be your winning scores. And of course, everyone is waiting with bated breath. Will we learn our tiebreak format ever in this event? So, 6-6, we will revisit. But Casino, I know you have your coach here. He's been with you the whole time, but he's here obviously for the finals. So you guys are all set in the case of potential timeouts and using those wisely.
Yes, sir. We're ready.
There you go. Same for you, Thyrandaal. I know I saw Chushu in the chat. There he is. Yep.
He's in the car. Yep.
He's in the car? Okay. So he'll be available.
I hear he's like on the move right now. Yeah.
Okay. But nevertheless, he'll be available in case of contact.
For sure. Yep.
Okay. Great stuff. And how have the Chushu sessions been going? I know that you probably had maybe more time not playing matches. Has that translated into more time spent with the coach, or has it been mostly, grinding on your own? Because you put a lot of work in yourself.
Yeah. I mostly, like for this match, I mostly prepped on my own. Yesterday we had a really, really good session, like basically reviewing my prep. But I'm happy about the lines that I pulled. Basically, And we had one session, but it was really good.
Yep.
In between matches.
Yeah, sometimes with a coach, it's not like, meeting every single day. Sometimes it doesn't have, 5 times the value if you meet for 5 days over just meeting once and reviewing what you've played over the last week. So that's good. And how about yourself, Casino? Q-Corn is here. You've always you've always said such glowing things about him as a coach and how he's helped your chess, but you've been able to work a little bit specifically for this finals match, which is a rematch, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely. We do have some games that we were able to go over, and we adjusted a couple things. We did prep some more lines, and of course, Q-Corn's always. I can't say, I can't say enough about what Q-Corn's done for me. He's always been there for me, and it was kind of sad yesterday because that was our last kind of coaching session.
Right.
But, he's still going to be around though, and that's what's pretty cool about the guy. He's always there, willing to lend a helping hand.
That's great.
On any kind of questions or anything as I continue to learn this game called chess. Hey?
Because, if he wasn't willing to do that, I would just extend the BrahChamps event forever, so he'd be stuck with you. But I'm glad to hear. All right, guys. It is that time. We're getting into the finals. I'll just say before we begin, I think not only the coaches involved, Chu and Q-Corn, but yourselves have a lot to be proud of, making it all the way to the end of the BrahChamps event, regardless of who wins. You're the final two. It's quite an impressive outcome. Who knows if it was what you predicted going into the event, but I think anyone has to be pretty satisfied with getting this far. So I'll just say congrats for making it this far, but don't hold back. There's one guaranteed, potentially 2 matches ahead of us. And let's get right into things. Thyrandaal, for the could be last time, would you like to call our coin toss heads or tails, please?
Let's go with heads.
All right. And it is heads, which means would you like the white or black pieces?
Yep, I'll play with the white pieces.
Okay. White pieces to start. And that's all from me, guys. You both have a timeout. You know how to use them. In case of a timeout, let me know on cam or unmute and signal. Otherwise, we will revisit at the end of this match. Make sure you guys are logged on and make sure to mute up in Zoom, and we will get started. Good luck.
Thanks.
All right. Welcome, everyone, to the final. Let's get right into it, everyone. This is what the whole event has been building up for. Who is going to be our Brah champion? It's Thyrandaal or it's Casinoduck. Good luck. And he's going with that tried and tested, isn't he? I'm assuming he could still pivot, a lot of different moves, but I think we all know Thyrandaal is the most predictable player, actually up there with Casinoduck. It's interesting that the more predictable players have just stuck to their guns. They know what they play pretty well, and they're just willing to play it over and over. And it's been working for them. Hey, Eviscerated. Good to see you, Tapir. Thanks for the 29. So this is a position, I think it's shocking to me. I'm wondering if it's nerves that Casinoduck is down 30 seconds in a position that I could have told you blindfolded we were going to see this match. This is the most expected position of all. So I'm surprised that Casino is taking so long here. And I'm equally surprised by this horrific move. We have seen, first of all, knight f4, bishop f1. Should remind you that knight f4 here would have been a phenomenal move. Hit the bishop before it can tuck back to f1. a4 is a mistake by Thyrandaal. Do not like a5 from Casinoduck. I know it feels weird to harp on this as if it's a huge blunder and it's just a pawn move, but it really is. This is not what you want. Big weaknesses here on the light squares. He may be tempted by this, but actually, I think that I prefer black in the resulting position. So bishop takes f4 played. I wonder if we'll see something like this. This is another move that you could see. This is a surprising one, I gotta say. The rook comes over nicely. And look at that. Did he mouse slip? I don't know. He shouldn't be too satisfied with that. Rook over here. There could be bishop b3 as well. Notice that this is protected. And knight here is not an option. He could go with the rook. There's back rank issues. Yep, that makes some sense. Now, obviously, the idea is you want to prevent this. It's not 100% necessary because there's queen f8, but I think it's obvious that's not something you want to allow. Both players doing this would actually make a lot of sense here. You don't have to be too concerned about this because there's a big check waiting for you at the end. And I'll be shocked if we, don't see that. There you go. Got to move back. This is hanging. We could see the return of the queen. We could see pawn to g5. Look at Casinoduck turning this game around little by little. He's brought the time way back where it should be. And Casinoduck has the better position here. I would say slightly better. You're covering d4. All the pieces look better than their counterparts. I think that black has a lot to be satisfied with. What I'm not so sure about is what happens after this move. So he's continuing to bring the knight in, but if black just goes all out, hitting this pawn, and not just hitting that pawn, how about this one as well? I think this is mandatory. Oh my goodness. Guys, it's not just this. The knight is defending the queen. He misses it. The knight's defending the queen, so it doesn't feel like a pin, but you remove the knight. That is free and a huge bailout because Thyrandaal could actually be better here. He could actually find a way to maybe stay up that pawn. Like bishop here, you got a5. I mean, king f6, knight d7 is absolutely waiting to be played. Let's see how he handles this. No a5, but knight here feels like what you'd want to do. Okay, I don't know what g3 was. Not the best moves here. And now king f6, there's no knight d7. Easy move to miss. Easy move to miss. For both? No. Casinoduck. He sees it. And that's going to bring him game number 1, barring a huge choke that is not acceptable in the finals. Surely he gets the win here. And will we see a resignation? It looked like he thought about it, but you know what? This is the finals. I'm not looking to resign a single game here. That's just the way I would approach it. Just, the stakes are too high. And you never know what the other guy's capable of. Wait and see. There you go. Good speed. Oh, and look at that. Cutting the king off. Very professional. Getting it done. Guys, we are going to see an endless battle today. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What a choke from Casinoduck in the finals. You talk about London robots. This is the definition right here. He's just autopiloting knight f3, not a care in the world for e5, which, by the way, is the best move in the position. The best move in the position. So there was nothing cheeky about that from Thyrandaal. That is just good old-fashioned chess. e5 is, it's the whole thing is a variation. Matter of fact, fun fact about this variation, it is the same one featured in the original Mona Lisa checkmate video. I'm looking at this. Now, you can do this, but it does take some understanding to make sure to do that. Okay, so he defends this. This makes more sense. Okay, for some reason, we're not defending this by putting the knight there, and for some reason, we're not taking it. What's going on here? Nobody cares about this guy. There you go. I think we can all agree Thyrandaal still has some work to do here, right? There's a knight basically right in the middle of the position that is not that tempting to take. So I just don't know why this has never been a priority at any point. There's still some work to do here, guys. I don't think this is over just yet. Oh my God. What's going on here? I guess there's a bailout here, guys, but I think that's a little bit fortunate. Thyrandaal probably thought he was hanging a piece, and rightfully so, but to be fair, knight takes d2 was there. But I think that's on the luckier side. I do. f6, if we see I'm just saying, guys, we're in the territory of f6 rook e4. We're in the ballpark. This is a dangerous proposition. We're even in the territory of knight d7 and maybe you take. I'm just saying, guys, this is the move being prepared here by the looks of it. Unless we see this, that would be much better. And there you go. Do not rule out the possibility. Oh my goodness. No, it's not Casino's game. No. Does he know the f4 square exists? Because it's the second goddamn piece he's hung on the same square. Wake up, Casino. Casino right now, he's undoing a lot of work that I've done. You know, I've worked long hours to really dispel the rumor and the stereotype of the London robots. And I've got Casino out here hanging his fucking pieces. Please, my man, that's years of work down the drain. You're killing me out here. This is, queen and a rook. I mean, this is a non-discussion. You know, hey, I respect a guy not willing to resign, you know? And here we go. That is every piece off the board, and that is an even match. So it's going to be a back and forth, guys. We're going to see the London with the white pieces, and we're going to see Thyrandaal over and over with this Philidor setup with the white pieces. So obviously he's going for the Philidor with the black pieces, but specifically it's against the London. So you can see there's going to be a battle. Thyrandaal, very uncharacteristic. I don't normally see him do this. The queen on c2 will not be that well placed. It's going to need to move again. And if you do something like this, you'll also have to give consideration to that move. So let's see how he handles this. But Thyrandaal, I'm not used to him playing this, and I think he's just in big trouble here. Yeah, no, this is real bad. Now, will Casinoduck have the discipline to play this move? I don't know if he will. Because knight takes anything here is quite tempting. Yeah, I understand, but guys, this would be an absolutely huge move. I get it. It's a great move taking the bishop. Black is just dominating here, but you really could have taken some heavy material. Okay, let's wait and see. Knight c5, bishop a6 I'd be looking at. I like this move maybe with this idea. No, not anymore. Knight c5 for some trades. Yes, sir. Another move I like is this one. Seems to be positioned well. But knight c5 is just, it's great. A really good reaction. I would be interested almost in taking with the pawn there. And then maybe playing d4. Remember, Casino could have played knight c2 and been up the exchange and a pawn. Instead, he's only got the bishop pair, and it's only one pawn. So while it's amazing for black here, it's not 100% winning the way knight c2 would have been. There's a useful move. We might see it mimicked. I know black's desperate to play this, but it's just not possible. And here's a moment where, wow, Casinoduck deserves a lot of credit for this move. Not capturing this bishop, maintaining the bishop pair. Hang on a sec. Guys, h6, queen h7. How can we be blundering that? Casinoduck, take a moment. You got to take a moment there. That is too much too quick. Guys, Casinoduck and Thyrandaal have actually gone toe-to-toe in their previous match as well. And I remember a comment that I made about their games. And what was the comment? I remember it distinctly. I said, Casinoduck, you got to start taking these fucking free pawns in the center of the board, my man. What are you doing? Like, this pawn is just, like, it's just existing in a hanging state for so many moves. Thyrandaal just, he gets away with it because it's able to exist there. And I don't get it. Right here, by the way, at least there's good compensation with the double pawns. But earlier, it's just 100% hanging. This is feedback I recall from their last match. And it seems like neither one of them has done anything. Thyrandaal is still hanging it. Casino's not taking it. They said, hey, we got a pact. You know, we got a NAFTA agreement in place here. Now, in defending this, make sure you also take that into consideration. This is the real threat. This is the fake threat. I like the move knight e4. And Casino, again, he deserves some credit for dealing with both at once. Bishop is covering the knight. Okay, bishop here. Maybe we're seeing this idea. We do have a match, Brian. It's a very close one. It's 2-1 at the moment. We have to be grateful for the close match we're getting. This one makes a lot of sense. Okay. I mean, I'm going to have questions for you. My first one is, where are you going now? Okay, well, that was a fruitful endeavor there. Knight d2, knight back to e4, just to make sure that he hung his piece. Great. Bishop d3, g6 looks smart, but actually kind of walks yourself into this. Now, this would actually be winning if not for the hanging bishop behind it. I do think that you're kind of on the edge here as white. Knight d3 was a move that worked out, but a little bit suspicious. Bishop f5 was close to working. But nevertheless, it did work for Casino, and he's hunting a queen trade, which I love. I don't know why we're not taking with a knight and maybe guarding that pawn. I would assume, oh no, Thyrandaal. My friend, we can't be down a piece and you're the one hunting piece trades? Like, what are we doing here? Is it back to basics or what? That's just never going to be smart. If you're down a piece, you don't want to sit there and be the guy like, hey, over here, let's queen trade. Let's trade the bishops. That makes no sense. Here, knight back to e4, I presume. Knight b3, c5. I mean, white's always winning here, but micro achievements for Thyrandaal. Yeah, that's actually very clever. You get two pieces here, but you lose the game. Very clever. This one. Even though it's two pieces for the rook here, it's pretty one-sided. Ooh, that's going to hurt, right? That's going to hurt. 30 seconds, Thyrandaal. I think this is going to be 2-2. Now, the thing is, if I'm thinking back to the games here, the losses from Casinoduck, they've been hanging an entire queen, hanging an entire piece, and checkmate. Like checkmate in one on h7. Remember? So if I'm thinking back to how the players are losing their games, I'm not sure, but I think I would actually be maybe more concerned for Thyrandaal, because Casino is losing based on one movers. He's losing to mate. He's losing by hanging his whole queen. But he's outplaying Thyrandaal in the more tense, even battles. So I'm not sure if that is actually something to trust, but I would be happier making the larger mistakes because they seem easier to fix. But of course, he's got to fix them, because if you're hanging your queen every game, you're going to lose the match. That's a guarantee. Dude, just not acceptable. Like, Casino, my friend, brother. Like, what are we doing here? Oh, okay. No, I mean, 5 seconds. Hello? No. I mean, the guy wants to lose. There's no other explanation. He wants to lose. How can that be acceptable speed? It's just not. I mean, what is that in the finals? You can't bring speed like that to the final. You can't bring it anywhere, as a matter of fact. You shouldn't be allowed to go into buildings with that speed. I'm not impressed by that at all. I think speed like that deserves all the criticism. This is the finals, right? Oh my goodness. This move A5 is going to haunt me. This A5 move has got to go as well. Let's see how the position stacks up. Casino, he has the big issues here. Thyrandaal, he doesn't always have the best positions, but he keeps his stick on the ice. Casino, he has the large scale, the macro issues. He is not fast enough. He needs like a fire lit under his ass. He needs a reminder to, like, if you're up 30 seconds, you're up a rook, you should not be spending more than like 5 seconds per move at the most. What are you doing? What are you calculating? Like, trying to like find some treasure or something? Like, we don't need precise navigation. Okay? We just need to land the plane a little bit. All right? Just find a patch. Find a patch of land. But he's way too slow right now. Needs a revamp. And we also have issues with hanging entire checkmates and hanging entire queens. Those are the issues facing Casinoduck here. He's playing generally well outside of it. Like, I like the way he's approaching even this game. But if I know that there's going to be a checkmate hung, a queen hung, or that he's going to be as slow as he was in the previous game, none of it matters. To be honest, none of it matters. You can have all the... this is what I mean. Hanging whole pieces. You are not going to succeed in a match where you're hanging material like this. It is too blatant. It's too much. Because here's the thing. What Casino now has to rely on is the speed. The quality of White's pieces is not amazing. But if the only way Casino wins now is speed, well, he doesn't have it, unfortunately. So he doesn't have many win conditions when that doesn't work out. Now, I've actually done some lessons that I know Casino has been privy to. How do you eliminate a knight on f5? It's usually king h7, knight g8 if needed, and g6. That's how you remove a knight like that. Sorry, what? He genuinely thought that he checkmated him? Did they both miss a bishop on f1 and f8. This is Mickey Mouse chess. Finals, by the way. Grand finals, by the way. Are you joking me right now? What is this? I mean, Thyrandaal, what did he think? Casino is just there blundering. Honestly, to be fair, Casino has blundered checkmate in this match before. Could be a big brain play. He blundered mate earlier, so Thyrandaal would assume that he blundered mate now. I'm not going to lie. A guy who's blundered mate before, much more likely to assume, hey, it's that guy. He's at it again. He's back with the checkmate blunders. Like, I get it. Got to go here. Sure, same thing. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You got to keep everything defended, but it's tough here. Casino losing this game on time is, that's the nail in the coffin. That's not acceptable. So let's see what he can do, because truly that's not an option. Knight f1, queen e3, that is the nightmare scenario. Just keep your queen on the board, hunt some pawns down. White has no threats. There's nothing occurring. There's truly nothing to worry about. You got to pass pawn, Let's see it. There you go. Focus on this. I do appreciate the speed from Casinoduck here, which has been otherwise lacking. Queen here would probably be the nicest move. Queen here is perfectly fine. That's unusual, to say the least. Highly unusual, let me say. Knights can be tricky, and there's a pass pawn here. This is far from over, guys. Okay, yeah, I wouldn't say White's done the best here. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, well, Casino, I mean, but no, this move's insane. Casino's going to lose this game. This is madness. I'm sorry, but there's really no hope if that's the result. I wish I had something good to say. All right, we have a timeout called by Casinoduck. That is 3 minutes on the clock, and it starts now. There's, I really wish there was something better to say. There's nothing encouraging to say about this. You got 12 seconds on the clock. You got a knight right in front of you. What's going on here? Okay, you hang something. You got two queens that can take a knight. What are we talking about here? I don't care how much time is on the clock. Like, what's going on? This move leaves a lot to be desired. But you know what? As crazy as it sounds, I am not even the most upset about this. You know what I'm upset about? This. Black has 5.7 seconds. 5.7. And this happens with 0.1. So that's what bothers me. Even capturing the knight and stalemating the king is smarter than that, right? Making a move that is not checkmate with 0.1, you will lose. Now, of course, we're only in the situation where stalemate's a concern because we've messed up. So, the knight's been hanging for 6 moves in a row. So the stalemate thing is unfortunately self-inflicted because we can take this knight for the last 6 moves. The one time where we pause to take it, we actually can't take it. But it's just not acceptable. If you're panicking here, at least take this and make the draw. I mean, or hunt down some pawns, right? This move can be played, but play it sooner. Take all the pawns so that you don't lose the game. There's too much to say about this. At the end of the day, the execution is not acceptable, certainly for a final. And Thyrandaal is off the hook again. There just cannot be moments where you have the queen, a couple pass pawns, and you're not able to win games like this. This cannot happen. AB Shakespeare, I don't know what the front office has done to Twitch. They got hearts and like animals and like combos. I don't know what the fuck. But in exciting news, I can say that in 2 years, we're going to have combos on Kick. So I'm excited about that. All right, guys, that is 3 minutes. Let's get back online, send the rematch, and resume the match. Good luck. Here we go. Now let's see what Casino was told, could be told in that short amount of time. What impact can a coach make? I think this is the perfect example. Obviously, Casinoduck is going to deserve a lot of credit for turning this position, this game around. But what I will say is I think that the coach can do a lot here. It's not his day. Casinoduck, he's got nothing. Today is just not it. He's down a piece. What can he do? He's had a free pawn that he can take the entire match, and he decides to take it when it's defended. You can't help. You can't help it. Thyrandaal. Is this his queen hang moment? Is this his queen hang moment? I called it. This is his queen hang moment, folks. I knew it. I could feel it. There was something in the air. There we go. That's it. You forget about that London bishop. Rowe literally did not see the bishop. That's big right there. It can all turn around. I'm waiting for this move. Expecting it. Oh yeah, there's some threats here. You got to save that piece as well. Now, I think that white still needs to tread carefully. You got bishop here. Okay, that's not takeable though, so rook d1 is going to be an issue. This is an unfortunate reality. I mean, you can keep bothering the rook, but yeah, ultimately you need to go here. Next, I think this is to be considered. I do like this because at the end of the day, it simplifies. He did lose material there because that dropped as well. But ultimately, I actually do believe that was very, very good. Rook over. Oh, okay, that should be automatic. Yep. And I think it goes without saying, guys, that Thyrandaal choked this game pretty hard. He was up a clean piece from the opening. He's playing against a guy who's clearly rattled, and he did not capitalize at all. He took that free piece, and he gave it back with interest. He hung everything back. There's, I think, mate in a couple moves here. You can grab this. You can promote. Like he's also got a minute 43. So there's the king pre-moves. If anything, I think Thyrandaal should probably be giving up his pawns to hope for a stalemate, because even if he dreams of it here, there's pawns. It's not happening. Casino's on the board, mostly from Thyrandaal's own doing, but it's 4-2. A reminder that this is a first to 6. So Thyrandaal with a win up a piece there, he would have been on match point. Look how quickly it can turn around. This is a lot different now. And I will say, some of Casinoduck's best positions have actually been here. And do I care about this? Actually not. I think Rook C8, Thyrandaal, I don't enjoy the positions that he's getting here. I don't think they're correct. They're certainly not in the... Like, he's blundered this like just multiple times. Like, it's terrible. And he has a chance to play knight c2 now because there's no bishop to take. So will he wake up, or are we going to see the kind of more robotic approach with knight f3? Unfortunate, knight c2 would have done serious damage there. Now he's done a lot here, and he's still crushing. Oh my goodness, but we're missing fork after fork. He can put this game away with just one tactic, and he's not finding anything. He's still better, but man, this game should be dusted already. Everything is hanging. Oh my God, you gotta be joking me with these pieces. Rook e2 also hung the bishop. I mean, these moves are all... What coordination is this? He is absolutely dusted here. Are the wheels coming off for Thyrandaal? Are we gonna see a timeout from Thyrandaal by any chance? Because all of a sudden, he's starting to blunder the same way Casinoduck was. That is a huge blunder, irreparable. You cannot come back from this. At this point, you got to start sending knight g5 and hope the lad is pre-moving knight takes a4. Because I'm telling you, he's about to do this, he's about to do this, and it's just whether or not old buddy Casinoduck knows how to prevent checkmate. And yes, he does, ladies and gentlemen. Huge right there. Preventing that mate is all you need. There was a nice tactic, knight c3, a couple moves ago, but we don't care about that. The guy's up a rook. Casino needs to focus on trading. And actually, one of Thyrandaal's worst qualities that I've noticed this match is when he's down material, he's hunting for trades. And I don't understand it. It's like, okay, that's one of the moves he's played. He hunts for trades. Like, he wants them. He's after them. Thyrandaal's down a rook, and he this is fucking like Thyrandaal. What are we, boys? Hello? Can we discuss things for a minute here? What am I looking at? I'm gonna have to turn this competition into a reality show pretty soon, and I'm gonna have to start bringing people back to the beach. Actually, Casinoduck cannot see a free rook, so we've got eviscerated. Come on in. That's right, we're bringing back the X's. Because these guys can't take free fucking material here. Yeah, that's right, eviscerated, hanging rook. I believe you guys know each other. Yeah, I got some history, yeah. Maybe the king sprint. A minute, 40 seconds. It's a must win. I'm only talking about it being a must win because we've seen some suspicious conversions. That's all. So let's just get things done here, Casino. You know what you need to do. And I think he's got it. And there are pawns to move, so again, maybe not his finest move there, but it's okay. And they're straight into the next one. No timeout. Thyrandaal is hemorrhaging right now, but he doesn't care. Now, we've got this again. Is Thyrandaal going to go for this? For some reason, he played it last time. Here we go. This is all you need. This queen a5 move, I have to say, it's a little bit suspicious. Not too sure about it, but white's not necessarily reacting in the best way. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen. We're back to this. What would I throw in? Probably this. Yeah, that's fine. He took this last time, and maybe he didn't like the position, so I can understand maybe not taking it now. But I am still team, we should be taking that in general. This is good, though. Look at that. He undoubled his pawns. Casino he's a changed man. Knight e4, just make sure you don't blunder this one. This is, screaming. There you go. That's a huge move from Casino. If you move this bishop, boom. It's waiting for you. Question is, will Casino play it? And he does not. A little bit of a miss there. Thyrandaal getting careless, getting sloppy. Knight d2 going for trades. Time is about even. It's where these fighters needed to be. This has been there the whole time. He finally takes it. I don't know what prompted that, but sure. Are we going to see something like this? Thyrandaal needs to inject some confidence back into his game. I mean, certainly if Thyrandaal loses this, I expect we're seeing a timeout. I couldn't imagine him playing on. But he continues to trust himself, and for good reason. Okay, I'm waiting to see it. Because I'll tell you what, Casino, you might have to play this, and I'm not sure I like the outcome. These pieces are not supposed to be skewered like that. I mean, there's really just one option. Okay. There is only one option to save the piece, but instead, and by the way, he made this decision relatively quickly. So that's the only thing I'll give him. What I'm wondering is what Thyrandaal is doing. Excuse me, sir? Oh, attack your rook, you're just not going to move it? Huh? I was going to say Casinoduck made that decision quickly, and that matters. It doesn't have to be always the best move from him, but if you're going to blunder, do it quick. I mean, this is just for the taking here. I like this move, by the way. I really like it. It shows an understanding of needing an escape square, and boy, this is constant annoyance. So I really respect bishop g3. And now he can focus over here, and he knows that he's covered here. And look at this. He's taking with the rook because of that confidence. He's not mated anymore. Thyrandaal is down material, so you can be damn sure that this guy's going to fucking exchange pieces. Has never made sense to me, but there we go. There was a free bishop there, but not for the taking immediately. You want to connect these pawns. You want to bring the damn king out. It's an endgame. Look at that. We got a 10-year resub from the Chess Kid. 10 years. Chess Kid, I can report that the quality of viewer matches remains the same. Oh my goodness. That could have been a game changer. It could still be a game changer. Oh my God, the rook. Take it. That's insane. Oh no, that could have been something. What do you make? Matter of fact, what does the coach make of no timeout from Thyrandaal? No timeout from Thyrandaal. He just lost 3 games in a row, and he's powering on. A big 3, by the way. Uh-oh. Casino. That one would have been needed. This one is uncomfortable here. Yeah, exactly. You can call timeout and you don't even have to speak to Chushu. You know, you can call timeout, do whatever you want using that time. Uh-oh, guys, he's back to this, which I just don't understand. This e5, d4 thing is unfortunately, it's just been kind of bad. I don't understand this idea. I don't know where it came from. It's not in the Philidor philosophy. Like, where's Rookie 1, Bishop F1? I just don't really understand the way he's playing this. It's almost like a French, but with bad pieces. He's still fine, don't get me wrong. But it's just not really the way you're supposed to play the opening, so I'm confused. Thank you, Cuz789, for contributing to the down payment to remove the eval bar. Thank you, Cuz. Cuz is, he's offended. He's seeing the moves on the board, and he would like there to be more mystery. When someone hangs a rook, he wants it to look like a brilliancy. When someone sacks a piece, he wants it to look like a blunder. He wants to bring the mystery back to 1200 chess. And if you stand with Cuz right now, you only have to contribute 1 sub to show your solidarity with Cuz. And Cuz, for everyone that contributes 1 sub, I will turn the eval bar off for 1 game. There you go. There's Tapir. Amazing. Just look at that. They stand with Cuz and they see the vision. What they don't want to see is the eval bar. Old Milwaukee. Same deal. There we go. It's been done. Now, when someone hangs a queen, there's no eval bar. There's just you. You yourself and... Did you see that? The eval bar just went crazy as Casinoduck hung a goddamn knight. What is he doing? This one for the boys. You have to. This is the Casinoduck litmus test right here. This move is the bane of his existence. Huh! We're waiting. Will he checkmate? Algu says 2 subs to reverse the decision. Absolutely, Algu. Of course. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 subs in. So we're currently, for the next 4 games, going no eval bar, which can be reversed for 2 subs, obviously. Tricky. Oh, okay, we're getting dicey here, guys. What about this? Oh, no. This is looking like it. Oh, queen takes pawn could have been a big choke job. What about that? Hello? And if you take that, it's even worse. Oh, my goodness. 8 subs from G Madrid. Wait a minute. That's complete reversal on the single subs to turn the eval bar. Thank you, G Madrid. Eval bar is back on. For a single sub, we can get it off. 69 G Madrid. I see you. I always see the vision there. No, cuz it's still just a single. It's not an endless stacking. It's always 1 off, 2 on. Just a single Pringle. Let's see who's got the speed here. Casinoduck has more time, but Thyrandaal is the quicker player. TH Toaster, thanks for the 59. Cuz he's spreading that out. He says, yep, take that. That's 1 for every game. It's off again. Casinoduck. He doesn't have the speed here, guys. He doesn't have the speed. This is hanging. You're going to have to deal with some checks. 10 seconds to 12. You got an extra rook. That's a queen trade. Of course Thyrandaal is trying to trade the goddamn queen when he's lost. Make it make sense. Oh my goodness. We're not seeing enough from Casinoduck. What on earth is this speed? That's a draw. Play queen d1. Oh my God. You can't possibly make this up. G Madrid is back with 10 subs. The eval bar is back on. Cuz has been overpowered. Oh my goodness. Casinoduck, it's 5-4. Thyrandaal is raw dogging his emotions right now. No timeout, nothing. He just says, put me back in, coach. 5 from Cuz. It's back off. It's back off, ladies and gentlemen. It's back on. It's back on. Ladies and gentlemen, the eval bar is back on. We know exactly what's going on with the position now. G Madrid pushing the boundaries of chess entertainment as Casinoduck needs to win this game. He needs to win. He can draw the game, but I'm telling you, we have not seen anything resembling a draw from this match. These guys are swinging haymakers every single time. You move that queen to the wrong square, in comes this. There's a big exchange that can happen. Slide the rook over after. This is what you like to see. There's back rank issues as well for Thyrandaal. Okay, interesting move. Doesn't do that much. I do think that this is the correct idea here. This is, again, a little bit of a strange move, but it's okay because we can step back. I see that he's trying to prevent this. I'm shocked that we're not seeing that. Stay on the dark squares. That's where you want to be. Dark squares because light squared bishop. You know, generally, a move like that would be good. It also supports this. Are we going to see this? Does he have the confidence to play a move like that? He does. G4 is absolutely huge in this position. Holy smokes. What a find. The loose pieces drop off. That was impressive for Casino to find. And just note that everyone here in chat would not have been able to find that without the eval bar thanks to G Madrid. That's right. Say goodbye to another piece. Casino is relentless right now. Now, knight takes, rook takes here. You may get concerned about your queen. So he takes with the queen. Safer, objectively. Do you guys see what he's planning here? All right, he's eyeballing that rook. Queen trade is a very smart idea. Now, when this rook comes over, in fact, right away here, guys, I'd be concerned about this. You play this move. Hello, the pieces come in. We might see big blunders here. I'm shocked that Thyrandaal is not playing this move. Unbelievable not to play this one, but uh-oh, guys, tactics are everywhere. Tactics are everywhere. How about this one? Oh, one more square. One more square, buddy. Oh my God. What a match here. He's up 30 seconds. I like this move, cementing that knight. Maybe he can bring it back to the G4 square. Huge miss earlier. This queen is an absolute hero, literally guarding everything. Everything. Sure, keep sending her. Don't mind if I do. Yep. Okay, now we need some big moves here. Just about anything that kind of displaces pieces is going to feel like a bad move for Casino. He needs to have the confidence to play something like this, and he does. It hits the queen, it hits the pawn, it opens up for trades here, and it keeps a watch on the E1 rook. A phenomenal move. There you go, and this square is covered. The two pieces finally should make themselves felt. Queen f6 is a crushing idea. Queen e5. I'd be pre-moving queen e5 here. You know, you have knight e6. You certainly have queen e7. You do not want to allow a potential perpetual. Knight e6 was missed. Queen e5 trades the queens, also missed. And he finds it. He needed to do that. It's 5-5. At this point in the competition, Casinoduck can do the unthinkable, which is come back from 4-1, and he looked dead to rights for 5-1. He certainly did. He's brought it back to 5-5. Thyrandaal is on the cam. It's match point for both of them. It's championship point for Thyrandaal. It's match point for Casinoduck. No 2-up rule ABD. I have seen this move enough. Can someone slap this man on his face? Stop playing this. What on earth is this garbage? I see it every game. It makes no sense. It's not part of this opening. I've never done this. It's not part of the speed run. It's a blunder every time. Is he not like... I know we're not quite at the AI levels, but where's the machine learning here? Buddy has been blundering this on repeat. He's in a simulation, a Westworld bra. He's like the guy that goes to the saloon in Westworld, just gets shot every time. He keeps showing up, busting through the doors. Buddy, it's not working. We need to recalibrate. This is insane, man. Same blunder, different game. Like, is it? Okay, congratulations. We have another lost position here. Ay, he's dropping center pawns. Casinoduck is just feasting here. You can bring this in. You can add pressure. You can make the... this is the oil check threat. It's like, hey, are you paying attention? Okay, just checking. Just had to make sure you had chess.com logged in. That's a sentient check. Well, we can't be taking 10 seconds after that one, you know. Let's fire her off over there. There you go. Bishops are aimed in the right direction. What's next for Casinoduck? Probably this. There it is. Not a care in the world about this. He says, that's fake news. That's a fake threat. You're not doing nothing to me. Matter of fact, you move that knight, maybe I can slide back there. This is a huge threat right here. Oh, and he does it. Ladies and gentlemen, an opportunity here. Not only this. Take your pick. Casinoduck can also play it safe, and I love this move. That's going to get a queen trade by force because of the hanging bishop. It has been a flawless game so far by Casinoduck. He's also up on time. What means more to him, the bishop or the queen trade? I would have gone for the queen trade personally. That knight was a mega knight on c4. But you can't complain about a guy taking the bishop pair and absolutely rocking this position. Oh, look at the energy. Oh my goodness. Oh, from downtown. And that is it. And that is it. That is 6-5 for Casinoduck. That's the end of the match. I will get you both to join me here just for a second.
Just for a second, yeah.
Yep. All
I need
right.
a break.
So...
Need to eat. I need
guys,
something in my tummy.
You know what that means? It means that we have what is called a bracket reset. So we are definitely going to have an intermission now. I think everyone needs to take it down a notch after that one. 6-5. Yep. Congratulations, Casino, for forcing another match. Yeah. We are going to take a break, which means let's give everyone a proper amount of time here. It's 6:07 right now. If you guys are up for it, I would start the next match at 6:30.
Okay.
Is that all right?
That's perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, because I need it.
Let's do that then. Next, the match is going to start at 6:30, so I need you guys back definitely at 6:30.
Yep.
I'm not.
All right.
Okay.
I'm actually not going anywhere.
All right. I'll see you guys then. You can unmute closer to 6:30.
Okay, thank you.
6-5 for Casinoduck to force a reset. Like, can you believe it? Does it get closer than that? And the way that Casinoduck did it in those final moments, is Thyrandaal going to tilt grind the pool while he waits? I mean, so many questions to ask after a match like that, but obviously you can't have any type of post-game interview when they still have another match to play. So we got to save our, critiques, questions for later. Oh, so many thoughts on, the opening. Oh my God. I'm sure the coaches are going crazy right now. We're going to see the real-time influence of some proper review. Oh, and the final is just delivering. Can you complain? We're talking, this is BrahChamps finals here, All the stars are out. This is the who's who. It's like when they host the Wimbledon finals, boom. Who's showing up? Who's in the VIP seats? We got guys, 10-year resubs coming out of the woodwork for the BrahChamps finale. Yeah, we got the royal box. The stars are out. Java. Holy shit. This man is passionate about no eval bar. Oh my God. Java, I'm excited to say you may have just closed it out. I don't think the pro eval bar committee was planning for this. When they were fundraising, when they were collecting pledges, I don't think they accounted for this, to be quite honest with you. Let's see if we can bring our fighters back in as we get set to resume. Thyrandaal and Casinoduck. Hello, guys.
Hey.
Hello, Casino. You sound like you've taken a breather.
Yeah, I got some stuff in my tummy.
There you go. There we go. We got Thyrandaal. Let me bring the cam back up here. All right. We're back. Obviously, an ultimately close match, which means that now this is really it. This is the final match.
Okay.
I'm not gonna leave us here with pleasantries and anything else to say because you know everything. Obviously, the only thing to mention is it's a new match, so you have new timeouts. It's as if it all started all over again. So one more timeout each afforded to you guys, and we will redo coin toss. And even though you're not on cam, Casinoduck, since he called the first one, why don't you call our coin toss here for this matchup?
I'll call heads.
All right. It is tails. Thyrandaal, choice is yours.
I'll take the white pieces.
Okay. White pieces for Thyrandaal, just like we started the last match. Guys, that's it. Mute up in Zoom, and I'll start this this first game of our final match in less than 2 minutes. Good luck, guys.
Okay. Alrighty.
Good luck. Have fun.
Thyrandaal starting with the white pieces, a tale that we've heard before. But once the guys get in there, does it really matter? Does it really matter? At some point, it's just madness. Play the position that's in front of you. Hope you guys are as ready as I am. Thyrandaal, Casinoduck, the grand final reset, which means this is it. This is really it. The winner of this will be the champion of our BrahChamps event. Let's jump into game number 1. Are we going to see some more polished openings? That was a more serious kind of break, right? They actually had some moments to really check things over. Who's going to show the biggest improvement from that? Right? That's what I'm really curious about. I mean, I think the first moment will be Casinoduck. Like we didn't see A5 in record time. I feel like, That's a little bit of work was done right there, one way or another, right? You have to say. Looks good from both sides. Even Thyrandaal, he's back to the basics of this opening, I would say. This is kind of what it's all about. Maybe he wants to go here. H3 is standard. Bishop back. Eval bar is off, courtesy Java Bandit, although the movement started by Cuz. Thank you, Lightstruck. 63. Are we going to get this? Rooks to the middle. What's it going to be? Knight into f5. Okay. And an interesting move, knight e7. He wants to remove it, but he wants to keep his bishop pair. That's what that tells me. I was a little surprised by knight there. Which one? I have to say rook e7 might be the correct move, but it feels really weird. The bishop is a bit more natural. In fact, the move that looked the least natural is actually the one that got played. Because why is our queen sharing the same file as the rook? I don't like that. I think an automatic move here, and one that's just screaming to be played, is the most standard Philidor move of all. There we go. Oh no. Guys, Casinoduck, he's not realizing bishop f1 actually had a threat. It wasn't just tucking it in. That's a threat right there. Speaking of threats, oh my goodness, Casinoduck, he seems to be picking up where he left off in the first match. Knight c3, that's him playing rook d3 and just, next game. See ya, bye. 84 with prime. Mattis. He's a grinder. He's on to 7 years. And he wouldn't have resubbed so long if he didn't have that brand new spanking sub badge to look forward to. Go Mattis. And guys, I think this will be the end. Let me try that again. I think this will be... No, I seem to have lost it. Will be the end. This will be the end. No. The end? Oh, okay, it worked. Questions to be asked. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Did we just see a massive pivot? Did we just see a huge pivot here? Now, can I just ask, can someone explain to me, isn't it goddamn hilarious that when the guys take a 3-minute timeout break, they come back from the timeout, all of a sudden, chess.com does not have the scores. All of a sudden, it's like 0-0 again. But the guys take a 30-minute break, and of course, chess.com's like, oh, don't worry, man. I remember the score. It was 6-5. Now it's 6-6. It's like, no, fucking forget it this time. Now I need you to forget it. Tell me how they remember now. Ay. We took a 30-minute break here, boys. I don't need the score from half an hour ago. Yeah. Okay. This one looks pretty reasonable here. I think this one does as well. This is kind of the move that Black's baiting you to play, but it's one of those situations, a la Yasser Seirawan, I'll fall for it. Oops, I blundered. Like, it looks like a fine move to me. Sure, I mean, the knights are not necessarily on the d7 square, so it's not that easy to take advantage. I also think this one is really good, just as a general move. But okay, who's going to hate on the basics, right? Bring the pieces to the center. I don't know. This one, if I'm trying to think of like classic London moves, we're not really in a picturesque London, right? This isn't what you think of when you think of a London system. So most of the standard ideas are not really applicable here. I wonder if we're going to see this. Matter of fact, it's hard to imagine we don't. Could anyone here refuse this move? Here we go. Now, I have to say, my instinct is that there's something here. There's something good with this move. That's what it feels like based on all of the pressure. If you just look at how many pieces are coordinating there. Oh, Thyrandaal. Now, the only important thing here is do not blunder it right back. Because it could happen. You do something like this, maybe you move the queen away, you're worried about this, boom. That's what can hurt you. There you go. He moves the queen away, but he moves it to a great square and No. That's not acceptable. Oh my goodness. Giving up the dark square bishop. Guys, I'm not going to lie. I think he might have thought that piece was hanging because there's no explanation for that. 0. You're missing your dark squared bishop. This is bad. This is not what you want, guys. Queen g5. Okay, so he's making a comeback here. Making a comeback. Yeah, it all starts with queen g5. The problem is, the only 2 pieces he's got that can make a damn threat are on opposite sides of the board. Some coordination. We're getting involved. It's Thyrandaal in action. Hello? What? A little miscalculation there on the old tactique. I mean, may as well go for a queen trade, at this point, because you're probably going to get mated. But I agree with playing this position on. It's the absolute grand finals now. We're in the reset. In my opinion, there can be no such thing as a resignation. I think you must play on. Probably going to see this. Now, I would actually be interested maybe in like this, if you want to do it with Tempe. I don't think he's going to be saving this one. Look at that. Bringing it back. When one of these players calls a timeout, I will probably have to remember myself to let them know, obviously, to factor in a 6-5 Casinoduck outcome into the score. So right now it's 1-1. But, we got to keep an eye on that. It is a separate match. So the 6 points that Casino was up before, they don't matter. It's not like they factor into this score at all. So it's a brand new separate match. I think this is pretty nice here for Casinoduck. Thyrandaal definitely playing the classic ideas here. I'd be looking at this move. Again, there's this idea of taking, but again, I'm looking at knight f3, and if not for the hanging piece, this would be good for black. Because the piece is hanging, and that's a lot to see, I lean towards it, actually. This might be the reaction. You can't really play this one. A lot to calculate there, guys. I don't know if I'd feel confident enough to pull the trigger on that one. Way too much to calculate. So I can understand not playing it, but you got to do something, right? Got to get developed here. Pieces to the middle. What's it going to be? Casinoduck, I think, is having a much better game here. Every piece is going where it should. Looks like so far so good. I like this move as well. The only question is if he's forcing, well, It'll be big if this gets played. I just think that this is always something to consider. Because now this one doesn't work. Oh, okay. Yeah, if Thyrandaal is playing this, I think this is concerning. It's all Casinoduck in this game. And even though I say that, the advantage is not incredible. It's not 100% overwhelming. It is extremely good. For example, this and this. I don't really see a good answer. Just a sample variation might be something like this. Highly concerning. So I actually like this from Thyrandaal. I know he's blundered the pawn, but I swear I think it's better than knight c1 because you're getting killed here. Give up a pawn, admit that, you know, that's the punishment for the way you played so far, and make the best of it from here. This isn't that bad. Time is even. You can make a comeback. And you can't play that move. Crucial to remember. Yeah, bring that piece in. Still, actually, yeah, you could do it now. That would be a interesting calculation. Because I wonder, I almost want to do that as white because it fixes my pawns and I can play rook d1 at the end. I think that could have been actually interesting. Will we see the big exchange? Thyrandaal is down a pawn, so it wouldn't surprise me to see him trading every piece. This looks like a good start. Still going to beg the question after the move, what's next? Because this is a tough move not to play. Tough not to do. Time's ticking, and you see this move next. That is hella annoying. I do not like this move from Thyrandaal. I think he's in trouble here, guys. Big trouble. This is concerning. Look at this piece. That works too, by the way. That works too. 40 seconds apiece. Oh, he's all over him here. This rook is completely useless. This rook on b3 is just not relevant in the game anymore. It's the toy in Toy Story that Andy doesn't play with anymore. Just no utility. Look how many moves just to bring it back into the game. I think we're seeing this. And now, the most important and difficult part of coordinating these pieces is learning that this bishop on g3 performs absolutely nothing. It's so frustrating. This coordination of two rooks and a bishop, I have a personal hatred for. It frustrates me so much that there's no checkmate with these pieces, but they do not coordinate at all. This bishop needs to be here. And it's very difficult to realize that under the gun. Most of the time, you play this because you want to get something going. There's no checkmate pattern with the bishop like this. He should be taking the draw. The draw is screaming. He's got 3 seconds. Oh my God. He needs to take the draw. He's not taking the draw. He's not waking up. It's there for him anytime he wants. So he needs to take the draw. He's not taking it, and he's going to lose up a piece with two rooks on the second rank. That is not acceptable. That cannot be happening. We're going to see the development here. That's all you need. So this opening should be pretty good for white. That's the general understanding. The London does work really well against the particular opening that Thyrandaal is playing because the whole point of the opening is e5, queen c7. So you're naturally putting your queen directly in line with the London bishop. So generally, White's happy to face this opening. Right, look at the development. There's no question that White has a better position here. It's a guarantee, actually. And make sure you don't play moves like this, right? We're past that. Now, Thyrandaal's position isn't bad, but it's certainly more cramped, and there's not even a claim to the center here with e5. I think both players can be pretty happy with this. Thyrandaal's not hanging a pawn in the middle anymore, and Casino is not falling victim to these double pawns and whatnot. So like I said, both sides can be happy, but general rule about someone who doesn't have a lot of space is they want to trade pieces. Because look, if they could trade the knights and bring the other knight here, look at how the pieces are suddenly more free. You don't want that. You basically traded your rook on d1 for the rook on e8. Right? And then you traded your knight on c3 for the one on d7. Those are not really the right trades to make. And all that being said, Thyrandaal still is not developed and continues. I really don't know. He was not interested in that. He made that decision quickly. Oh, both of them are foregoing potential free pawns. Oh, queen back, easy. Knight in. Casinoduck is starting to mount a serious attack here, guys. Serious. Thyrandaal with 0 development. I don't really understand b3, but we all react to moves differently. Yeah, I really don't agree with b3, bishop a6. We could have got a lot going with knight e5 there. Queen should probably go here. I'm picturing okay, queen here or here, just because you don't want to be on that square. But queen c7, I'm having this this nightmare that this feels like the winning move. But if you're locked in, you kind of see that one. Thyrandaal, I think he was looking at that position like, hang on a sec, is this move actually good? It was not. The queen can move out of the attack and over to cover. Okay, a big move missed, but I have a feeling it might be missed again. No? Shout out. I think Thyrandaal might have realized, wait a minute, did I just mess that up? Guys, Casinoduck can win here. A huge move needed from Thyrandaal. Probably this. This should work as well. Could lead to something here. But nothing is as reliable. Oh, I think this is trouble. This is big trouble. Black is probably lost. Let's see here. King f2 would have been the important idea. Now I believe... I'm not actually sure if there's a draw here. That's a win for Casinoduck! Man, how quickly it turns around. He lost a piece, but he kept that stick on the ice, didn't he? Now, look at an interesting change here. For the first time, I think what we're seeing is Casino trying to play his London setup, but from the other side of the board. I don't think we've seen that bishop f5 move. Okay, there's something. Probably needs tending to. I think you could take this. TBD. You're going to have to answer some questions after this. Like g3 is really annoying for the queen. Queen b3 is really annoying for the pawn. So I don't know about rook h2. I think it's a bit of a bait. Yeah, there's a question for Coach Chuschu. Did you guys speak at all about Thyrandaal not. Oh, we got to make sure this doesn't happen. This could be an interesting move. Did you speak at all about him not? I mean, not calling a timeout, basically. Are there plans in place to potentially call a timeout this match? So, Casinoduck right now is launching an attack that, unfortunately, I just don't see how it breaks through. Okay, so I like it. What I'm not sure about is this. Oh my god, I think he's going to hang every piece here. Yeah, this is a fake attack. This does not work. Queen e5 pre-move. Oh no, this attack is going nowhere, guys. There's not even a threat here. There's barely a check. Oh my goodness. Yes, it is 2-2 right now. King completely safe, surrounded by other pieces. Even here, there's just no checks. So centralize the queen, centralize the rook. What a beautiful move right there. Bishop's hit. Yeah, that does the trick too. In fact, I like this one more. The reason that I'm concerned about this move just slightly is maybe this. But it really should be good. Yeah, so let's see where he puts the pieces. Because, for example, there you go. This should be enough. Can white hold things together? You're up a rook and a bishop. We just need one more good move. And maybe one more. Because bishop f3 would be a problem. We get this one after queen f5. I think this one is sufficient. You might be interested in that. Yeah, I like this. Queen here. You can even do this, which would be the ultimate move. King is safe. King is safe. This is 100% a Thyrandaal victory. $50 seconds apiece, but as I said, this is a no resign zone, in my opinion. This is a no resign zone. You gotta play every single game on, even if it feels like you're embarrassing yourself at some point. I just think there's too much on the line. At this point, I would take the potential humiliation of a Mona Lisa checkmate for the percent chance that my opponent stalemates. You know, I have to. Even though Casino's way down on material here, he's not playing at a pace that even gives him a chance, unfortunately. So he will probably lose this game on time as well. Pretty nicely done by Thyrandaal, very surgical. Well, Casino's stringing a couple pre-moves together. Probably too little too late, but I'm happy it's happening. Move those pawns, right? If you're a Casinoduck, absolutely. Don't worry if you hang them. This is your only chance at a potential... Oh my god, he almost did something there. Oh, you see what I mean though, guys? He almost did something. You gotta keep fighting in these ones. All right. Thyrandaal is back up in this match. It's been pretty even, which explains why neither player is really looking to, maybe take a timeout, ruin the momentum. I don't think either one can be super unhappy with how the match has gone thus far. They've been reasonably closely contested. And here we go. This move stops knight e4. I guarantee you this was a coach recommendation. It really looks like a very intentional move. Team Casinoduck was not enjoying the knight e4 move that Thyrandaal was able to get. And look at the difference. The difference is a ton of space, easy rooks to the middle. Thyrandaal has been pretty noticeably worse in all the positions that have looked like this. Yeah, knight h5 is just a whole lot of nothing. The one change I would be making to Casino's position is I do feel that bishop f1, although it's a great move, I do feel that once this exchange has been made, it can probably venture to this square. It just looks a little bit better, although he tends to put it here and play rook d1. Like I said, I can't really complain about that, but I do think bishop d3 is a little bit more correct once these have been exchanged. Before, you're always worried about e4, but now I would say we could do with that. There's b5. Ooh, taking. I do not like that from Thyrandaal. Mistakes were made. Rook takes, knight takes. And this is a moment where if the bishop was on d3, just pointing it out, there would be something there. Casino is all over this position. It's been a huge adjustment in the opening. He's actually turned a position that has been causing him some problems into one that has been very successful. He should be happy with this position. Probably bring this in. Oh, depending on the move, though. There you go, bishop to d7. And let's see what his answer is for this. Because it's interesting. This is surprisingly... Okay, yeah. I mean, depends what happens. It won't be GG, but very interesting position. Both players got to find some good moves here. A lot of pressure here on Casinoduck. I understand spending a lot of time here. You thought that you were just picking up a clean pawn, but a tactical shot here, bishop a4, that's actually very impressive. And yeah, queen here, that's just free. I understand the desperation trying to go for something, but there's nothing there. Obviously, I think maybe he thought his knight was attacked. I don't have the explanation otherwise. I don't think Thyrandaal does either, though. Sorry. Don't tell me that he panics and you are fucking kidding me right now. This is a joke. Guys, there's a hanging. This is unbelievable. There's mate in one he can blunder. If he takes, he's probably getting mated anyway. This is insane. He might actually just be lost here because the guy doesn't know how pawns move. What? Like, you have to be kidding. Now, if you start taking, the king runs. Conventional wisdom is to start with this. Oh no, he missed the big one. Rook e6 was huge there. At this point, make some threats because the position is slipping a little bit. The queen has nowhere to go here. I know he wants to do something. Even taking 26 seconds, just make something happen. Throw something at the position here. Thyrandaal is hanging by a thread. Oh my God, we need a move though. This is not acceptable. This type of speed is not acceptable. There is no mate here. Thyrandaal has it covered, whether intentional or not. Everyone's frozen. This is insane. Guys, it's like 4 seconds per move here. I've nothing to say. Like, it's just insane. No one knows the value of the dumb pre-move. Can they just make a trash move quickly? That's all it would take. That's all it would take. All right, we have a timeout called by Casinoduck. And for both the players, just a reminder about the way the score is displayed, that got to subtract the 6-5 score from earlier to know exactly where you're at right now. So just remember that. All right, 3 minutes on the clock starting now. It's really crazy though, right? Like, you have 34 seconds here as white, right? 34 seconds. You have 19 with black. As white, you spend 20 seconds and play this. 20 seconds. I would rather you spent like 2 seconds and played this. Not a good move, but I would rather you pre-move this. Like, there's no value in spending 20 seconds, using more than half your time bank on a single move when we're in scramble mode. There's no checkmate you're calculating here. You got to give up on that idea. 6 seconds to take a rook. 3 seconds to push a pawn. That's all your moves right there. And then time is up. Thanks, Cactus, for the 2 with Prime. Kevin Richardson, thanks for the 25 with Prime. Ralph, welcome in. 66. John, I have seen a pre-move from him. That's the saddest part, is that he does have pre-moves enabled on the board. He doesn't have them enabled in his brain. That's the concerning part. There needs to be more cohesion. Because it's almost like he's not registering that he can actually play them. All you need when it's under 10 seconds is a fast, quick, even bad move. It does not matter. You just need a move. Yeah, it's 3-minute chess here. 3-minute chess. Thank you, Moistad, for 56 months. 56 from Moist. Go Moist. All right, let's get the fighters back in. All right, guys, that is 3 minutes. Let's get back to chess.com and send the rematch. Good luck. All right, guys. As you know, it is 4-2 right now for Thyrandaal. Okay? This is very similar, though, to the score that he had in the first match. So I wouldn't go counting this as match done and dusted or anything like that. Reset is still to 6. That's correct. Knight f5. We've seen this before. The general principle is that when the knight is about to arrive here, that you want to have this square available because it's a perfect, it's basically the perfect square for you. He decides to play bishop d7 and then take, which is a little bit of a waste of time, but it's so valid because honestly, this knight f5 idea from Thyrandaal, it's not that good. He keeps doing it. It's not that effective. He doesn't even have g4 to be played. So you kind of have to maybe do knight here. Otherwise, you're just tossing a pawn at the position. And there is the knight. And well, it's basically the same. Oh, did we forget to go all the way there, bud? Bishop takes h4 and queen takes f5 would have been a real problem. Casino probably should have taken on h4. He would have been immediately winning there. His position, I think, is still good, but less good. White is perfectly fine here. And matter of fact, some nice threats against the light squares here. I do not think this is a good piece on g5. Oh, so I guess we're doing this. And then I guess this is following. What white should really be doing is this. If you see this, all of a sudden, this makes sense. Yeah, I'm waiting for this move. What a nice idea from Casinoduck. I wonder if it works. I truly don't know if this works or not. I would honestly be interested in this move. Holy hell. Dude, I think this is like legitimately a very high level idea from Casinoduck. E4 clearing that, followed by G4. That was really impressive what I just saw there. And the result of that impressive idea, he still needs a little bit of work, Casino, before I can say, oh, this position is just really good. Still work to be done. It's not clear to me just yet. This is bothersome. I'm very surprised by this king h1 move. I don't like it. Yeah, the invasion is correct here. Oh my god, what is this? Thyrandaal is completely off his rocker. Completely off. I mean, this is 100% over. This and this does work. Also, this one looks quite good. This one is completely available. Yeah, and so after this, now just, we need to move here. I would say this gets the job done. So does this. Casinoduck, completely in control. He's winning. It's over. He's got it. Got it, and he's bringing it back a little bit here. Obviously, a super important result right there to make it 4-3. Note that Casinoduck does not have any more timeouts. The only way we don't just keep playing to the finish line here is if Thyrandaal takes a timeout, and let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that would be his first timeout of both matches. Let's see what Casino knows about this, because that c5 idea, that's very impressive. But unfortunately, he's autopiloting this move to prevent knight e4, and he's forgetting, well, dude, you played c5. Like, what are we doing here? Take it. He's completely forgotten He's got too many ideas floating around. So Casinoduck did a great job to remember this. It's a very interesting idea, very smart. But when the queen moves, well, it's not pinned anymore. So you can't be playing like this. All of a sudden, he might be seriously worse here. I like this move. Prepares castling, makes a threat. I don't think you can play a better move than that here. We would be tracking how many timeouts Thyrandaal has taken the whole event if Jake did not exist. I'm looking at this move. Sounds fine as well. If you count the pawns here, the feeling is that you should keep the queens on the board, being down material. So I also think that's correct. Yeah, Casinoduck, he's down a pawn here, but he's got some chances. Hey, welcome into the VIP area there, Shirts. Cube Master, 35 with Prime, 63 Prime from Shirts. We need a big move here from Casinoduck. I'd be looking to activate this piece maybe. It doesn't look like it's doing a lot there. Okay. Guys, I think Casinoduck is eyeballing this. You know, there's something about this that I think he likes, but the queen does have squares here. Yeah, I could tell that he was looking for it. It would have been a lot nicer with the rook there. So whether Thyrandaal realizes it, he did dodge a bullet. The queen kind of has to go here, but when it does, who knows if Casino's going to be sort of interested in the all-in approach. Note, though, that we are not winning material. As much as it's so close, it's so far. Okay, but look, I've actually been in this exact position before. I've been in a spot where I'm so focused on trying to trap a queen that I lose sight of the actual position. I waste a lot of time. The queen never ends up being trapped. It's just a piss off. And that's kind of what's happening here. Like, Casino has lost sight of the position. He's only thinking about threats on the queen. And it's like, well, this is a move you would play if you were approaching the position normally, but he's kind of gotten sidetracked. It's all about the queen. He's forgotten the game in front of him. Okay, we can see the idea, and it is one that I have to respect. Is it fully effective? No. There's a few reasons why. This is the number one reason why. So, Thyrandaal finding the number one retort, very impressive. Very impressive. I mean, maybe it's a mouse slip, but it's Casinoduck with 10 seconds and Black's winning, even if it's the correct move. So I think I don't think that had a massive impact on the outcome of this game. Put it that way. Thyrandaal with the victory. He's at 5. Championship point. What on earth is this move? Sorry. What? What's going on here? Casinoduck is not a tilter from what I know about him. What on earth is this? There's no explanation. This is like, do we have to say that he's tilting? Like, how do I even begin to like justify this? There's no logic to it. He didn't play it with some sort of queen check idea in mind. He just played it to lose. It looks like he's trying to lose. I have no other comment. Nothing else you can say to a move like knight g4, knight takes f2. Completely baffling. Because this is also championship point for Thyrandaal. So none of it makes any sense. I'm completely lost. Like, I have nothing to say. And Thyrandaal is just dominating the game as a result. I'm very confused by that. Feels like a very strange ending to the entire event. I don't know what to say. It's very out of character, it feels like. I mean, he's up time. About all I can say here. Huh? What's occurring here? What? What the fuck am I looking at? Huh? What the fuck is going on here? What is this game? This is not a real game. Are you kidding me right now? At this point, I have to assume that they're both trolling. Because how do you just lose a piece on purpose and then Thyrandaal loses a piece nearly on purpose, then hangs his queen right after? Like, I just have nothing to say. I got nothing to say. It should go without saying here that, like, by the way, guys, if it happened first, literally the match could be over, right? You see what I mean there? Pawn takes would hit the rook would move, and that's checkmate. You know what I mean? That's the entire, you could have won the whole thing. I'm in disbelief. I have nothing to say to that. Can you imagine if rook h5 was possible here? Like, so nuts. So nuts. Oh my God. Oh man. Casinoduck is going to win this game. I'm speechless. Like, I'm still processing. With the score 4-3, match point, championship point, Casinoduck comes out, sacks a knight, like pre-move sacks a knight, and then just wins the game. So inexplicable. Just like, what occurred there? That was like a glitch in the matrix. What did we just observe? That made no sense. No sense at all. And here we are. Match point to come out and do that is just nuts. It's balls of steel. I'm sure Coach Q-Corn was wondering what the hell he was doing. I'm sure Coach didn't work on that one. But I guess it worked. I guess. Guys, Thyrandaal he's dead again. He's dead again. Is he pulling off yet another comeback? I mean, every time these guys lace up, it is championship. He did it. No. Oh my God. It happened again. It happened again. The London Bishop, but this time Casino doesn't take it. What are we doing? There's always a moment where that London Bishop comes to life. Both players missed it, although you could see the reaction from Thyrandaal there. He's absolutely sick that he played Queen C7. The throw is very much on. Very much on. Like, the throw is in full force right now. It's not close. Thyrandaal is in big trouble. Matter of fact, guys, he's 100% dead. 100% dead. Oh my goodness. Every single piece just disappeared. We have a timeout called this time by Thyrandaal. Our final timeout of the match, which means 3 minutes is on the clock starting now, and the score is 5-5. Unbelievable. The end to this match. I got nothing to say. I'm still in complete and utter shock at the knight f6, knight g4, knight f2 game. I have no words for that. That's going to continue to haunt me. It's like, I just have no way to even justify it. And yet we're sitting here and acknowledging that it worked. Big combos here. Big combos. Wow. Because it's one thing to see a blunder. We've seen the worst types of blunders. Knight here, knight here, knight here is not just a blunder, it's a decision. It's a choice. You wanted to sack that knight, and I just can't imagine why a solid player with a solid coach is interested in playing that way. Did we see the tilt get the better of him? Because he also threw away the entire match. That was championship point right there. Hey, power to him. Could be only one more game. Could be two more. Could be more than that. Let's get the players back in. Thyrandaal Casino, that is 3 minutes. Get back in chess.com and send the rematch. Good luck. 5-5. 5-5. Is it going to end right here? Guys, we have never seen a draw in this one. there just hasn't been one. It's going to take two of them in order for us to really get nitty-gritty with the tie breaks. That's true. There were draw opportunities, but no draws. That's very fair. All right. We've seen this type of position before. Casino with the bishop tucked has to be happy. Rook into the middle. Usually king here and pawn up. That's the general freeing maneuver to eliminate this knight. Conventional understanding. Because if you don't, you start to think about this move and it just doesn't work. Now, me personally, I'm not interested in giving up the light squared bishop for the knight. I think that's a mistake for sure, but it's not a critical mistake. And I like the idea that he has right now of removing it. That's great. Smoke on, I don't even know what it is. So I have no idea. I'm as confused as you. We have issues here, which means we should be seeing this. Maybe this one as well, but I would say this makes the most sense. Oh. This is big trouble. Casino is all over the D file. Thyrandaal actually had a great position, but he just needed to bring the rook into the center. Ooh. Hold on a second. Someone come and get their guy here. C4. Now, I would be gunning for something like this as a way to try to salvage the game. C4 is a devilishly strong idea. Really is. Oh my God. Oh my God. Thyrandaal is dead to rights here. Casinoduck. He will have the craziest run at first place if he can pull this result off. And it could happen in a matter of moves. Such an interesting way to... I mean, he's probably been thinking about this the entire time. Because after this, it's so crazy. Everything gets hit at the same time. Guys, bishop to c5, I think just won the game immediately. Too many threats. Obviously, it's still like a very good move now. This... Oh my God, Casinoduck. He missed a free rook. He missed d2. And he's missing everything. And he's still winning. Oh my God, this move is screaming. Oh my goodness. Rook here, you cannot take that. Are we going to see this? Oh my goodness. His king's in the center of the board. What the hell is happening? But how do you mate it? The king is in the center of the board, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God, he's just trapped it. He's trapped his own king. And he's lost the match. Casinoduck has won 6-5, 6-5.
Holy shit.
Oh my God, GG's, guys. Holy hell. The first time we've ever had back-to-back matches, let alone back-to-back 6-5s. My mental could barely handle, so I know both of you are probably feeling the same.
Holy shit. Good game. God almighty. I got mental strep throat here.
I'll start with you, Thyrandaal, because it felt like the match slipped away in many moments. There were many opportunities. I have to say the one that stood out was the previous encounter a couple games ago. I actually have no explanation for this, but could you even begin to guess what this knight sack was? He sacked a knight on the third move of the game. It looked like complete nonsense.
Yes, I don't understand that. It felt like a tilt all-in move.
Yes.
Right. And you were on champion, that was a winning game for you. So I was like, what a time to do it.
The queen with the rook. Yep, I saw it after.
Anything casino about that? Is that just what we're guessing? Is it tilt? Is it because it looks very intentional to sack the knight?
Well, I did. Well, since you mentioned that it was the last game, I didn't know that. So I probably would have second guessed that move. No, that was just tilt from the last queen hang. And I was very, very mad at myself, extremely to the point where I just I let my emotions get the best of me there.
Wow.
And just went to stupid.
Wow.
More than usual.
That's fair. You've been such a composed player. And I feel like you have such a composed coach that I didn't think you had the tilt in you, but you did.
I did.
We just didn't think
not
it was
realize
unbecoming.
That was the championship game. Yeah.
Yeah. So that I wasn't sure if you knew, because to bring it out there, I was like, oh my God, that could end right off that, and then the tilt would be, immeasurable.
It would have been.
Okay, I had to check on that because that was the most confusing. It's hard to even think back to match number 1, Thyrandaal, but is there anything in your mind right now, overall in the match, that you feel disappointed by? Like, oh, if I had done that better, I would have won. Is there any one game, one thing?
I definitely. Well, I feel like I hung more stuff than the previous match when I beat Casino, which may be only an impression that he capitalized on the errors more. But yeah, I felt like I was getting grinded like pretty much every game. He just had very solid positions when he didn't hang stuff, and when somehow I could do some dirty flagging stuff.
Right.
But yeah.
And you had, not that these are marks of achievement, but you did have the classic Philidor versus London queen hang, won in both matches, both of the matches, queen on c7. It cost you one time. You ended up losing the other game, but at least he didn't actually see the queen hang.
Yeah.
But
I moved it right away after.
Yeah, those ones hurt. I was wondering, what did you feel about the London versus the Philidor matchup? Because that was basically the theme of the two matches.
Yeah. I brought the King's Indian once, but yeah.
I saw that, yeah.
I don't know. It's very difficult to play against the London. I tried some different stuff with the queen on the side.
All of y'all did. No one played into my London. Not one.
That's the thing. You and Thyrandaal, actually, two very predictable players for everyone else. But actually, you both made it to the final. So kind of goes to show a little bit of just knowing what you know very well does go a little bit further than kind of being all over the place and trying just to prep against it. So you both kind of made your own openings and styles work. What did you think of the the London positions and maybe some of the adjustments that you made throughout Casino? Were you happy with the London versus the Philidor? Because that was every single game, basically.
It really was. I was getting more used to it the more that we went on, and during the breaks, it was tightening up a little bit. Definitely queen to C2 was fixed, and my queen to B3. We definitely fixed that one. And looking more to push C5. I wasn't pushing C5 like I was supposed to.
Yep. Yeah, I saw that it almost felt like by the end of the entire match, you had kind of got it down correct, but it took a while to fix all the little things.
Yep, it did.
And
it did.
I mean, I got to ask Casino, because one way or another, you were up against, championship point multiple times. Thyrandaal was sitting at 5 points in both matchups. Yeah. And these were comeback matchups, not just to win twice, but to bring back like a 4-1 or a 4-2 or 5-3 score back to 5-5 and then winning the last one. I mean, what does that say about you? Maybe some nerves at many points, but not when it comes to that.
I guess I'm glad it worked out. Right now, I'm on I can't believe I actually won it right now. So maybe ask me, in a little bit as soon as I calm down.
As soon as it hits you.
Better idea.
Well, focus on that for a second then, Casino. You actually won the whole thing. How does that feel, just saying that out loud? You won BrahChamps. It's the first event of its kind. What were your expectations going in when you first started working with Q-Corn? Did you believe you could win it?
No. No, but Q-Corn kept saying, Casino, you can win this. You play very, very well. And I said, yeah, but I can't get rid of my stupid. My stupid keeps coming out. But I won it. Yeah.
Congrats. It's a big achievement. As I said, you both have a lot to be proud of being in the finals. Just being the two best players out of this group of players that's full of big improvers as well. We had a lot of players, 200-300 points, and that includes some of the people here as well, stronger than when they entered. It was kind of an under 1,300 event. I swear I saw like some people hitting 1,500s even after the event. People that have been eliminated, they're grinding on the side, hitting 1,500s. Yes. So it's quite impressive to see the improvement. So it's a pretty esteemed group that you both find yourselves kind of on the top of.
Thank you. I feel very honored. Thank you.
It
hasn't soaked in yet. It hasn't set in or anything yet. So, but I know I'm supposed to be polite right now. So thank you, Aman.
Thyrandaal, does it feel like one that got away? Like,
yeah, of course.
Just a tough finish, right?
I was a clear favorite, considering the 2 lives and the
2 lives, and then the score line being in your favor.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's super disappointing, obviously, and I only have me to blame, so that's fine. But it sucks. At the beginning, I was expecting top 3. I thought was a reasonable result,
right?
But I thought the podium would be with Darkspur and Pieski.
Sure.
So, and Casino beat everybody. So,
yep, he was a terror in the losers bracket there. I wonder, hard to make any positive reflections at this point, but it sounds like you were kind of expecting a podium. You ended up on the podium. Ultimately, probably just a little disappointing, because it seems like you really felt
at
like
this point,
that you could win it.
Yeah. I was too close to be okay with second, basically.
Yeah, because Casino was saying, I didn't necessarily go in thinking I could win it, but it almost sounds like a bit of a different story for you. Like, you went in with a lot of confidence.
Today, yes.
Yeah. I mean, maybe how was the beginning of the event for you? Like, at the beginning, if you're predicting, I kind of expect myself to be on the podium, that's also like, you're going in expecting good things.
I mean, I mean, I didn't lie when I said I expected Tapir to be a very difficult match. I like my simulated bracket when before the tournament started was Bobertio, Tapir, and then probably like Darkspur.
You ran the ChatGPT sim on it.
So I mean, I didn't expect to struggle versus Babertio, so I did take him lightly. I won very, very barely.
That's right.
6-5. And yeah, Tapir it was much easier than I anticipated. And Casino round, like the first match, was also much easier than I anticipated because I mean he was having good positions. Just at the end, I was able to just make moves and the clock won for me.
Right.
Which happened also in our match one here.
Yep.
Not really in match two, unfortunately.
I was going to ask Casino, it's probably one of the things that Casinoduck fans were just absolutely up in arms in the air for. It was they just couldn't believe that you weren't producing a move in some of these time scrambles, that you were just frozen. So is that an area, because it's quite impressive that you managed to sort of do all this as the kind of slow player that you are in those time scrambles.
Come on. It's as good as it's going to get for quite a while. You're going to see it's going to be a very long time you see Casinoduck play 3-0 again.
Have you banned yourself from 3-0?
Yes. I am. I want to learn.
You're retired.
I want to learn, and if I get lucky enough and I get to a point where I've learned a good amount, then we'll revisit the idea of 3-0.
Mm-hmm.
But I want some increments. I want some rapid. I want to stop. I want to think. I want to see these positions that I'm messing up on, and I want the opportunity to learn from them. Every time that I get in a position that I messed up, or somebody throws something new at me, I load it back up and I put it in a chessable. I got this huge chessable made of all these, hey, Casino, fix this, stupid. And I go over these things over and over again, and I'm eventually going to get better at this.
Yep.
And playing 3-0 just doesn't fit into that idea for me.
That's fair enough.
For right now.
Yeah, for right now. You can, let's say you can pull a, Aman Hambleton chess boxing, take the BrahChamps win, and, people are going to be calling you out for a long time.
Score.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll play you some rapid. How's that? I'll play you a rapid game. You want to play now? I'm more than happy to get some rapid going.
Well, I'll go into the final phase of this interview, which is just announcing the prizes. And the reason I want to do that is because after I do, I'd like to invite Thyrandaal to jump out of the call and have your coach join us so we could have a chat if he'd like to, if Q-Corn's here. But before I do that, I want to talk about the prizes for this event. There's been a lot of work put in by everyone, not just the players, the coaches, right, behind the scenes, putting a lot of time into the coaching, and just like the players. It's not just playing the matches; it's the grind outside of the coaching. It's the grind outside of the matches. It's like the personal effort that you put in as well. So I actually gave Dark Spur, when he came up, he made that document, and I gave him like a couple prizes for the event. And so knowing Dark Spur, he actually put them backwards. So he put first place in second place, and he put second place in first place.
I got the grand prize.
And so because of his error, I wanted to make sure that everyone got a gym membership for a month. So you'll both enjoy that. Don't worry. Even though, ironically, the way he put the prizes in, it was actually that second place somehow got that prize. So you both get it.
Yay!
And we also have some extra prizes to award, which are courtesy of a big supporter of what we do, which is Java Bandit. And we actually have some very generous and unexpected prizes for first and second. So you guys will split a generous big prize, which means $700 goes to first place, and $300 goes to second place.
Oh,
so congratulations on top of your gym memberships. It is also a pretty serious prize recognition.
For president.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
Thank you so much, Java Bandit.
So that's for first and second.
That's
and
unexpected.
A special note about that prize as it's put up is that Java just wanted to let everyone know, and I think it's important to let people know that he also put a $200 to the Cancer Research Institute, and that's just a donation from him on top of everything.
Wow.
Unrelated to a prize for anyone, just, want to say a little bit about that. So obviously a big supporter of us, but just in general, supporting good causes. So thank you very much, Java Bandit. That was unexpected. At some point, obviously I did know this, but wanted to save it just for the final reveal. And make sure that the boys were putting in the work without knowing about the grand prize at the end. But 700 to Casino, awesome. and 300 to Thyrandaal. So congratulations to you both.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you, Java. Whoa.
That's great.
I don't know. This is too much.
I mean, yeah, I know what you mean. I constantly have this feeling dealing with Java. I'm like, at some point, I don't know what to say. But Java, always big supporter of what we do. And then an event like this comes along. I think he enjoyed it. Everyone put in a lot of work. And it wouldn't have been as interesting if people didn't actually put the time into the coaching, right? And and then, the work off cam showed on cam. So I'm glad you guys all, not just you, but everyone in the event took it very seriously. And you can tell because even the people eliminated, they're still grinding up to like 1,500 off, outside of the event. So it's overall just a massive success for people's chess, even if they were eliminated. So I'll let that be sort of the conclusion to this interview here. If you'd like to stay, Casino, maybe we can get Q-Corn in. But
just one last thing I'd like to...
Please.
Do we get unbanned from Kick?
So
come on, Aman.
I figured that you would ask. And, how could I possibly say no?
Yeah.
Without selling it to you? So if you'd like to forfeit your prize, the house is happy to watch over that for you. If it's more important to you than that, I understand. We'll be reviewing some cases post event and put it that way.
All right. Thank you. Thanks for the tournament and everything. That was very great.
Thank you, Thyrandaal.
Yeah. And GG's Casino, congrats on the win.
Thank you, buddy. That was a tough fight.
All right. Thanks, Thyrandaal. And we'll get Q-Corn in. Hello?
I'm here.
Hello, Q-Corn.
Hello, Aman. Hello, Casino.
Yeah, I mean, first, before you even speak to me, anything you want to say to Casinoduck, who just got that done?
I mean, that was the story of the event from the first match when we were down the queen and made that huge comeback. I mean, we were making comebacks the entire event, which was really awesome because before we were paired up, before the event happened, I'd seen Casinoduck play quite a bit of chess, and sometimes there were some very early resignations after small opening blunders. And one of the first things we went through was, we are not going to resign anymore. We're going to fight back in any position. And I feel like that became the strong point of Casinoduck, which was really cool to see. Because it was definitely a weak point before this event happened.
Yeah. I remember seeing Casino, first match I ever saw from him. I think I saw him hang his queen and then played the next sequential 10 moves instantly, as if he planned to lose that queen. They were genuinely good moves, and he just kind of outplayed his opponent down a queen. And I was like, holy shit, I think this guy's like a front runner for the event as soon as I saw that. So when you first started working with Casino, was because he was saying himself, maybe I didn't see myself winning the event. But when you first started working with him, did you see that potential in him that, this is a guy that might not be there right now, but we can get him there because you think he's, a good student?
Of course. So Casinoduck has always liked playing good positional moves. Time was also something we had to work on for 3-0. But I feel like it's easier to start with somebody who's making good positional moves and teach how to play those moves maybe a little faster and when you can afford to spend time thinking and when you can't. And teaching that for blitz is something that can easily be done in the course of an event. And what we worked on for the first couple sessions was just getting the pieces to good squares, not even memorizing opening lines, because everybody's going to forget their opening lines. And once you play a bad move there, you become super flustered. But we just look at where do the pieces want to go? Let's move them once in the opening. Let's protect the king. And the natural moves actually allow to build a time advantage. And there were many games throughout the matches where we would have a 30-second or a minute lead on the clock early. We'd give it back later, but we got it early because you just make good positional moves and you get a playable game.
And he kind of needed that. Like, I think that became Casino's identity. Definitely weaker in the time scrambles, but he would get that lead early because he required it in order to keep up. So it was like, get it early, maybe give it back later, but then that's the balance that you have to strike. Was it as frustrating or more so for you to watch Casinoduck in a time scramble, knowing that it is like his weak point? Because there were definitely, a few games in this particular two-match series that I can imagine may have been extra frustrating for you.
There definitely were frustrating times. I've probably said these exact words multiple times in a time scramble, if we're taking over 5 seconds on a move, it's a blunder. It does not matter if it's the top engine move.
Right.
It's a blunder. And I was trying to push that and also push when we're really in a time scramble, like the 10-second, 5-second time scrambles, we just need to cue pre-moves. Safe pre-moves, protect the pieces. If it's a bishop endgame, be on the opposite color of the bishop and just cue up the pre-moves. I think that's sometimes easier said than done. But just getting those words repeated often enough, especially during the timeouts, if it was going too slowly, I think maybe revitalize the speed a little bit. Because throughout a lot of these matches, the moves we were playing on the board weren't exactly problems outside of the blunders. And everybody's going to make blunders. So we're not too worried about, we lost a queen here and there. Our opponents are also going to lose a queen here and there. We're just looking at, can we play better moves on average outside of that? And then can we not fall super behind on the clock?
Yeah, I think that's very fair. Seeing some of the decisions, Casino, do you ever think about Coach Q-Corn, when you're out there sacking a knight on, move 4 of the game? Do you ever think about the guys that, might have heart problems watching that?
Yes. Yeah. And it's Q-Corn. It is exactly the guy you just said. I'm going back and forth over and over in my head everything that he's told me, and I know I get anxious, and I know I have to frustrate him, especially during these times out. I make him queue up now all his points that he wants to take because I need him to show them to me.
Oh
because
yeah, got it.
I'm not good because he'll throw out all these coordinates and I have to stop mentally and mentally see the board. And then I go E, then I count up 4, and I'm like, okay, all right. So what about E4? And he's already moved on 7 or 8 moves. I'm like, and so I'm like, just show me.
Especially if it's a timeout, it's like a lot of info that you're trying to dump at record speed. So like you got to be quick, but you also have to understand it.
Yeah, that's definitely a point that I need to work on as well. But there's a lot I got to learn.
Yeah,
I'm still working on it though, and I'm very motivated to do it.
Hell yeah!
That timeout with when Discord was having the voice problems was a nightmare because we couldn't really show anything or talk. We were just working with coordinates, and I think that was an overload moment.
Yeah, it was not a good time. Was it? No, I forgot about it, but now I remember that. Yeah.
Well, obviously, Q-Corn, quite the strong player in your own right, but I did want to remind you that our prize for the gym does extend to you as well.
Woohoo!
And I that's obviously the same for Choose True as well. Even if the lessons themselves might be about topics that you have a very firm grasp of, there's a pretty big library of VODs, previous lessons. So I do think there'll be at least some value in there as well. And yes, Choose True, you're also in for a month.
I'll check it out for sure.
There you go. And you can at least monitor and make sure that Casino's attending.
I've been prepaid for a little bit there, sir.
Well,
I'll be there.
Tack an extra one on top of whatever it is.
All right.
There you
Sounds
go.
wonderful.
Yeah, just you guys kind of made a great duo right from the start. I don't know if you guys think this, but I have the opinion that you guys have like sort of a similar style and maybe approach to the game, which makes it always easy to learn from and teach as well. So I think you guys made a pretty great team. And as much as I extend my congrats to Casinoduck, obviously Q-Corn, just wanted to say congrats to you as well, because it's one thing to go out there and execute. That's the majority of the work. But I know you guys did you spent a lot of time together working. So definitely a big effort on your part as well. So congrats for your student making it all the way and winning the whole thing.
Much appreciated.
There you go. Yeah, guys, what can I say? It's been a hell of an event. Couldn't have asked for a better final. 6-5, 6-5, and a reset. So what can I say? Congrats to the duo, Q-Corn Casino. Casino, you really killed it, man.
Crazy.
Got a lot to be proud of. And you can say that you are the Bra champion. There's only one of these so far, and you are the only winner.
Woot, woot, woot.
There you go.
Woot, woot, woot.
All right. Well, we are maybe going to watch what could be an interesting power hour from Arrow Powell to keep the festivities going. But thanks for joining, Q-Corn, and congrats again, guys.
Thank you, Aman.
Bye for now.
Night.
There you go. What that was nice to hear from the coach. I mean, they really do put a lot of work in, Ubitsia included. The coaches putting some hours in behind the scenes.